Hello and welcome. My name is Brian, and I'm going to be taking us through a short demonstration of the band management application I built recently. I built this application to help facilitate my cover band in booking shows, keeping track of venues, building set lists, and keeping track of songs that we play, and some other things. We'll go through those after we go ahead and sign up. I'm going to create two users. The first user is going to be the user that creates the band. The second user is going to be invited to the band by the first user. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to create an account. Put in a email here, demo9@demo.com. I'm using a dummy email here because I don't currently have the email sending hooked up because I don't have this open to the public yet. I don't want to have this be overrun and spammed just yet until I put some more guards in place that prevent people creating millions of records. So we're going to go ahead and submit this. What's going to happen is on a separate screen, I'm going to grab the code from the machine logs. So this is deployed on fly.io. You put the code in here. Typically this will be emailed to you. So go ahead and submit that. Now we're ready. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the username demo9, name demo9. So now we've created an account. So we have the demo9 user here. If we go over to the incognito window, we're gonna create demo10. So now we've got two users that are created and logged in. We're going to go over to the first user and we're going to take a look at the sort of your blank state here. So what you see now is just your profile. You can add a picture to your profile. So let's go ahead and do that for both the users. So we'll just grab a dummy image here, save that photo, come over here, profile, grab a dummy image, save photo. Okay, so now both the users have a profile photo. So now if we go to the first user, demo9, go back to home and we're going to create a band. So the band name is going to be demo9 band. I'm going to create that band. So now this takes us to your band's route. And I have all the data model and the capabilities that you can have multiple bands. However, I've hidden the create band button here for simplicity in the MVP. So for the MVP, a user can just have one band. So if we click into this, we can see that this demo9, the members here is just listed as the demo9 user, and they're considered the admin of this band. So if we go here, we can just sort of specify the instrument that they play. So we can just say lead vocals. So now that's persisted under the band user entity, which is associated with this particular band. So if we want to add a member, this is achieved by pasting in the user ID of the member you want to invite. The idea here is not to have this be some sort of discoverability platform where you can just find random people and invite them to your band. The idea is that you know everyone in real life in your band, and that way, that will facilitate the exchange of this user ID. So we're going to go ahead and switch to the other user here, and we're going to go to the user profile, and we can just copy the user ID. You can see a little toast here. If we go back and we drop that in here and we send the invitation, we can now see here that we have invited demo10. So if we come back over to demo10 and we go to their invitations, we can see that the demo9 band has invited you. We're going to put your instrument here as lead guitar and accept. So now that opens up the sub menu and displays the band so they can see this as well. And now we can see that demo10 is a member and their instrument is lead guitar. So the next logical step would be to figure out what songs you play. So if we go to the songs route, we can see that we don't have any songs yet. Two ways to add songs. You can add a song individually and just input the information, or you can do a bulk upload. So let's go ahead and do that for time's sake. So if we grab a bulk upload, we can choose the CSV. We can grab the bulk song upload CSV, and we get a little preview here. These are the songs that my band plays. I've just been using these. If we go ahead and click upload, all those records get created. You'll notice here that in the songs route that we have this little icon here. And you have the option to upload a YouTube URL, but if you don't upload a YouTube URL, this is just a pre-configured search that takes the song name and the artist and does a search based on that. So you click that, opens up a new tab, and that can quickly take you to the video if you need to get a refresher. So that's just a handy little hack. If we look at an individual song, we can upload lyrics. So right now the upload lyrics supports a PDF upload and a Word document upload. If we go ahead and grab the lyrics for 1985, and upload those. We see those displayed here. I have these modes because what I'm doing is I'm persisting the document as a blob in our Sqlite database. And when I fetch it, I'm parsing it to text and displaying that text here. So the text has new lines, and the difference between these modes is essentially just removing more or less new lines. The next thing we're going to need is venues, right? So if we go ahead and add a new venue, we can just, we'll say, for example, House of Blues Cleveland, location, Cleveland, capacity, let's just say 1,000, contact name. So now here you can optionally add a contact name, or you can add one later. We'll just do John Doe, foo@bar.com, and phone number 123-123-1234, and submit. So now we see we have an entry in our venues list. So we can see right now that in this table there are no events listed. And we click on this and we can see now we have name, location, capacity, and contacts. We can add another contact if you want. So just say foo@bar.com, and that gets added pretty quickly, and you can just remove them with a click right there. So now that we have songs, we have a venue, it's time to create an event. So if we go ahead and add an event, I have some metadata here, like for example, if your band is required to bring its own sound system, so this will indicate that. I plan to add other metadata in the future that might be helpful, but this is just sort of the MVP. So we can select the venue. We can see that since we only have one venue, there's only one option for the venues here. We have a start and end time, so we can just say, 8 p.m., 12 a.m., event name, super fun event. We can go ahead and set a date here. I'll just set it June 11th. Payment, we'll just say $133. Notes, gonna be a fun time. And technician. So we can also associate a technician. I didn't create one yet, but we can associate that one after we create a technician. So let's submit the event. So now we have the event, super fun event. If we go to the availability calendar, we can now see that super fun event is in the calendar, and it's indicated with this green box here. So let's go to techs and create a tech. So we don't have any technicians yet. What a technician is like a sound technician that you might need to run the PA system for your band, or a lighting technician, or maybe you're hiring some people to help you move gear or equipment around. So let's go ahead and create a tech. So we'll just go ahead and create a sound technician, and this will be Sammy Sound, phone, email foo@bar.com. Rate, let's just say he costs $125 a night. Contact info. This is just a placeholder for notes, so you can just say, best to text after 5 p.m. And if we go ahead and submit this tech, so now we can see here we have a list. We can go to the detail view. We get his contact information. We can see his rate. If we back up here, we can sort of open up these notes. If we go back to the event and we go ahead and here's like a little shortcut for editing. So we can see here that we've created a technician. We can add a technician. If we update the event and go to the event detail page, now we can see that the event tech is listed here. The address is here and the venue. Now that we have an event, we have songs, we have venue to play at. The last thing to show off is set lists. So we can go ahead and create a set list. You can associate a set list with an event. So let's go ahead and associate this set list to the super fun event. Set list name, so my cool set list. And a set list can be associated with multiple events, like if you want to reuse it, which is very common in a band to sort of cycle through different sets. So you can drag and drop songs into each set. You can add a set to the list. So if you have like a 2-set set list for the night, or a 3-set, or however many you want. I have a little shortcut here for seeding sets. So if we want to seed a 3-set set list, that helps. You can search for a song here. So we have a couple here. So we'll just say last night we can add, then we can drag that around. We can go here and just try Ruby. Yeah, so then once you're done, you can submit that and you create a set list. You can see that it has one event associated with it. Up here, you can sort of, teleport to that event. And now the event detail page has the set list here. So you can go to that. And one thing to note that, this would be the sort of thing that would be handy for a band member when they were on stage. If, for example, we forgot to print out the set list, or you needed to get a quick refresher on the lyrics, like say, oh, I can't remember the first lyric to the song, because that's often the hardest part when you're trying to sing a song from memory, is just getting that first couple words, and then muscle memory tends to take over from there. So you'll notice here that there's 2 different icons. So here we have a little piece of paper icon. This indicates that we actually do have uploaded song lyrics. And this other one, sort of off the cuff Google searches. So this will search for the the guitar chords, and often within this ultimate guitar will be like the first hit on the search, and you can see the lyrics here if you're in a pinch, right? So that would be a quick way to get you to the lyrics if you didn't have them uploaded ahead of time. Now if we go to the event, we can see that the event table entry has a date, a pay rate, and you can view the set list. If we go back to our bands detail view, we can see that now we're just sort of accumulating the year-end revenue based on the payments that have been put in. So the last handy thing is when we're booking shows. So you can see, like, when we're booking shows for next year, any band member. So if I go over to the current lead guitar member demo 10 user, and we go to that user's Blackout days, we can see here sort of like a blank slate. But just by clicking around, a user can insert some Blackout days. Like, say for example, they're going on family vacation this week. You can see a little toast pop up here. So we'll go ahead and add a bunch of Blackout days here. So that means that if, say for example, the demo 9 user was the band leader and is in charge of communicating with venues about availability, if we go to the availability page, the band leader can see at a quick glance that we're not available on any of these days. So if he goes ahead and clicks on this, he can see that the demo 10 user is unavailable that day, and that gives him the opportunity to maybe reach out to them, like say if it was in the distant future, and say, hey, is this Blackout date still accurate, or could you potentially make a show this day? So it just facilitates the exchange of information that way. Another thing about the availability calendar is that, you could potentially just send this to a venue and say, hey, check out our open dates and pick a day, we're happy to play, because you can in advance sort of black out any days that you want to have off as a band, or if you only want to play so many shows a month and you have 2 this month already, you can just black out the other weekend days. We've done that sometimes. So then you can click on this and you can sort of either see, go to the event detail, or go directly to the set list. So that can be handy. There's lots of ways, since all these data models are sort of links within the application, that you can navigate as a shortcut to things you need. Another little thing I'll add about set lists is, like, you can clone a set list. Like, say for example, this little icon here, this takes you to, like, sort of, it creates a copy of my cool set list, my cool alternate set list, and you could do whatever you want here. Let's just, for fun, just seed a completely new 3-song set list, and throw in a couple different songs at the top. And so right now, all the events have set lists associated with them, and obviously it wouldn't make sense to have more than one set list with an event, so we don't have any that this can be assigned to. But when we do create a new event, we can add it at that time. So yeah, that's basically the front to back of the band management application and the features it has currently. Thanks for sticking around this long if you did. And yeah, if anyone wants credentials to the staging environment, I'm happy to give them so they can play around with this and maybe think about using it for their band. Eventually I will properly deploy this to the public and see if it can be useful to other people. Right now my band just uses it on the production deployment. Yeah, so again, my name's Brian, and thanks again for sticking around and seeing my demo.